Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews. So my latest film for you guys here now, and it's been a while since I reviewed a documentary on my channel. I remember last year I reviewed about 20 documentaries, and this year I reviewed about half of that, but I hope to get a couple more in before the end of the year. And my latest one for you guys here now, this happens to be Storm Lake. This happens to be about the Storm Lake's time, a small family-run newspaper in Buena Vista County in obviously Storm Lake, Iowa. And the Buena Vista County in Iowa has about 20 to 30,000 residents, and Storm Lake is about 11,000 residents, and goes about its daily operation run by two brothers, Art and John Cullen. The paper was founded over 30 years ago, and how basically it also sort of tells you about the stage of family-owned run newspapers, or smaller end-run newspapers, about and how counties of around 20 to 30,000 may not have their own newspaper because it's a newspaper desert. And how Art Cullen, at least at one point, basically says, oh yeah, I actually want to get out of my small hometown, go work for a major metropolitan newspaper, finally coming to realize, oh yeah, this is all corporate, and I want to go back to my hometown and help run this newspaper business with my brother. And this local newspaper basically runs human interest stories, and how all these wonderful human interest stories might affect you. My local newspaper is a Daily Progress. I don't read all that after watching this documentary, and I should. Cullen here is a fairly liberal individual in a sea of relatively conservative people, and they won the Pulitzer in 2017 for local reporting against dark money interests in agriculture. Now, of course, you expect to think that, oh yeah, if you won the Pulitzer here, particularly for this local county, you would think, okay, that gives you some prestige. But no, here it gets full back, because here's the one thing you come to realize in watching this documentary: they either operate at a small gain or a small loss, money-wise. How can anyone really keep doing this for a living? As Art and John Cullen sort of say, we grew up, our county was largely lily white, particularly their hometown of Storm Lake, and there was maybe one black family, one Hispanic family, and that was largely it. Now, of course, there's a growing, sizable, Hispanic population that fears, primarily because they were so reliantly on agriculture. There's a Tyson food plant here. And this documentary primarily covers 2019 and 2020. Obviously, Iowa is the first nation to have the Iowa caucuses, and my sister and her husband did that. They thoroughly enjoyed doing it, but never would want to do it again. The politicians come there, say Elizabeth Warren, and Pete Buttigieg drops by the paper itself, and he signs the bulletin board. Art Cullen goes on TV and does his spiel because, hey, look, that's what you need to do for the Iowa thing. He comes to personally believe that, oh yeah, quite frankly, the caucus system here is done because of that whole fiasco. Now, whether or not you would think, okay, this is done, is entirely dependent on your way of thinking. For the last few minutes delves into the COVID pandemic, and how, there's a whole lot of small businesses in Storm Lake and also in Buena Vista at large. Basically, the paper here is reliant on ad revenue from local businesses. And obviously you think to yourself, okay, winning the Pulitzer would help you get ad revenue. Amazingly enough, it didn't get them all that much more ad revenue. What we're left to rely on is, oh look, here's a beauty pageant, here's births, deaths, marriages. Art has a son who also works for the paper, and what do you know? He goes to sort of a town hall, local Q&A with Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, who apparently is going to be running again for another term. And God bless that man, because he looks fine at his age. Who's running for local city council, because there's one guy here who lives in a trailer park and doesn't want his trailer park to be removed. The farming industry has been hit hard. Who wants to be a farmer these days when basically the big farm companies are gobbling up little farms and there's no money to be made here? Running a meatpacking plant or a pork plant and a COVID outbreak happens, you're going to be blamed for that. Or, hey look, don't kill the messenger. If you think to yourself, hey look, I'm blowing the whistle here, would I want to visit Storm Lake or Buena Vista County in general? I don't really know. Possibly. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about Storm Lake, amazingly enough, I'll probably give this a leave work early. And I think it's apparently playing on one of the PBS brands of shows that focuses on documentaries. So folks, Storm Lake, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, and enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll be back with another review shortly. Yes, folks, hooray.